Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing Ehlers' mother of adaptive moving averages. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going, so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. All right, as I said, today we will be testing Ehlers' mother of adaptive moving averages. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 203 indicators, and out of those 203 indicators, 79 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 79 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right, so again, today's indicator is Ehlers' mother of adaptive moving averages. Quite a mouthful. It is also known as MAMA, M-A-M-A. And so there is a shortened version of the name as well, in case you don't want to spit out all that long wording of that particular name. You can see it here on screen. Pretty simple setup visually, not a whole lot going on with it. And so this is a member created indicator, a trading view member created indicator. And so of course you can find a link to it down below in the description. This is a play on moving average indicators, obviously. Now, in the past, we have tested quite a few moving averages. If you are new to the channel, we have done a head-to-head testing of moving averages where we tested just about any moving average that we could find. Now, of course, we are always discovering new moving averages as we work our way through the indicator list here on TradingView. And so as we discover the new moving averages, we also put those to the test. We also, of course, will discover a lot of indicators that kind of pivot around moving averages. And so when we did the head-to-head testing of moving averages, we tested most of the basic normal, regular, kind of popular, I guess is what I'm trying to say, popular herd of indicators, moving average indicators, that is. And so you have like your exponential moving average, your smooth moving average, I think VWAP, and so on. And so if you are interested in that, then obviously go back and watch those videos. We did, I think, 6 or 7 different moving averages, but we have found a few since. And now when we come to moving averages, of course, like I said, we put them to the test because I feel like each moving average is a little bit different, and each moving average is going to function a little bit different. Same way with the indicators that pivot around moving averages. Even though we have tested indicators in many different ways, many different indicators, we will often run across indicators that are very similar, kind of work on the same principles, and we definitely will test those as well, unless they are the same exact indicator on the same exact settings. Then at that point, it doesn't make much sense to test it again. So if it is a similar indicator with different settings, or even the same indicator with a different default settings, then we go ahead and test it again just to see if someone came up with a different setting or different kind of arrangement of the indicator that makes it more profitable. And so in this particular case, we have, for the lack of a better word, a 2 moving average cross. I don't think it is exactly that. I could be wrong. I would have to go dig into the code itself, which I haven't done. Now, just because it's not really necessary to understand the exact mechanics, calculations behind the indicator. And so that's how it is with a lot of the indicators that we test. Obviously, if you are a math whiz and you want to understand the mechanics of how an indicator works, then by all means dig into it and play around, look at the math behind it, look at the calculations, understand, what makes it tick. I 100% respect that. I do that with some indicators, but not with all of them, because it would take forever for me to get through testing indicators. And so in some cases, it's easier, obviously, when visually you have such a clear indication of how it should be used, that understanding the mathematics behind it really is not necessary. But it appears that what this is basically a series of two different moving averages, uh, probably more than that, which, well, maybe not. Basically, two moving averages is kind of what it looks like, and as they cross, they are giving us signals to either go long or go short. And we can see that the color of the moving average line, the mama, I'm assuming it is the main line, we can see that it changes from red to green. We can also see that the candles change from red to green also. And so that's a pretty good indication as well, obviously, that we have a signal to go either long or short. And so the way we will be testing that is just in that way. As we get a red candles, red moving averages, red mama, I guess I should say, and that would be a signal to go short. Then when we get one that is green, green candle and green mama, then it is a signal to go long. I am going to go in and change the color of the candles like so. I'll leave the mama line alone. Just like to brighten things up just a little bit more instead of having the dull colors. Like maybe it helps a little bit more on video. All right, with all that being said, let's get to testing it, see what we can get out of this. I think it was pretty easy to understand what we're doing. There we go. We get a green switch in candles right here. Green switch in the main moving average line, the mama. And it does appear as though it got us to take profit. Let's double check this drop right there. Nope, unfortunately, that actually stopped us out on the drop of that wick to the lower side right there. So fortunately, that would have been a losing trade. Keep on moving on here. It's a shame because on that one, if we wouldn't have got that long wick to the downside, we would have definitely got to take profit. Seems to be a common, let's see here. So we would have gotten a short signal on this one. And let's see. So we would have opened here, would have stayed within the stop. Continue on. Looks like we did get to take profit. Yep, we sure did. So it seems to be a common theme of this particular pair to develop these long wicks. You can see it over and over and over. Long wicks to the upside, long wicks to the downside, sometimes long wicks on the same candle to both sides. And so that is definitely something that you have to be mindful of. I mean, you can go in and you can tweak the stop and the take profit as you see fit. Obviously, this is probably one of the most, logical money management ways to have a take profit and a stop system set up. It seems to be, again, very popular amongst many of traders. But that's not to say that you can't be successful doing it any other way. And so obviously, if you want to go in and play around with the stop and take profit and see if you can come up with a better arrangement to keep you in some of these trades, then that is 100% up to you. And, I would 100% support someone, looking outside the box and playing around with things and seeing if they can, make a system better. This is the same way with, trading on different time frames. We test all the indicators on the daily time frame. One, because it is, obviously we want to keep the same baseline testing with all indicators. And so we don't really want to be switching from, one time frame to another. But it is, relatively known, relatively common knowledge that indicators seem to work better on a daily time frame. And so that's not to say that every indicator is going to work best on a daily time frame. And so it is definitely, within the realm of possibility that you could find indicators that work better on other time frames. And if that is the case, then it is completely valid to test those indicators on additional time frames, see what you can discover. All right, so I'm looking at these candles right here. We get a green, get a buy signal there. Looks like we get to right at the take profit, super close. There we go. Another winning trade. Seems to be holding its own at this point. Doing all right. But yeah, so I don't want people to think that the daily time frame is the only end all be all trading time frame that exists. There's definitely other time frames and other opportunities out there for people to explore. So do that and see what you can come up with. It seems like, certain pairs work better on other time frames. But I will say that when you start breaking down into time frames, say like the 12-hour time frame, price action doesn't seem to really, it's kind of hard to explain. It doesn't really seem to kind of work out quite as well. It doesn't seem to, create the same kind of structure. It's weird because it's in between two time frames. I would highly doubt that very many people trade a 12-hour time frame, and because of that, I believe that it creates a rather weird kind of market structure or price structure. When you get down to the 6-hour, seems to kind of be a little bit more logical in its movement and the setups that it is creating. And then when you get down to like the 3-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour, it starts to get, a lot more visible price structure and market structure patterns taking place. And so it's definitely possible to exploit that in the market. Let's see, what do we have going on here? So we pick up a short signal right here. And it does not stop us out, and we definitely get to take profit. So this is part of the reason why I'm not fond of indicators that change the colors of the bars. One, when you're reading price action, it's, kind of difficult. It kind of muddies the water when you're looking at price action, trying to see, what these candles are doing, why they did what they did, whether they were green candles or red candles, so on. But also when you are testing an indicator, then it becomes a little bit more challenging as well, because when you get a signal candle, you need to know whether or not it was a green candle or it was a red candle, so that way whether the close of it was on top of that candle or on the bottom of that candle, and then you need to know what the candle next to it opens at, and so you need to know obviously where it opens, either below or above the body of the candle, and that in quite a few cases will make a difference between getting to take profit and not getting to take profit. So that's why often I will turn off the coloring when it comes to indicators that paint the bars a specific color. All right, we get a long there. Unfortunately, we get stopped out before it gets us to take profit. So that would have been a losing trade there. Picking up a short right here. That one also appears as though it stopped us out. Sure did. Looks like in a ranging market, the timing of this indicator does not work out very well. Of course, that's why we would be looking to add other indicators to it to filter out the choppy ranging market. Hopefully keep us from taking some of those bad trades. One last trade right here. And unfortunately, it stops us out as well. Let's see, 165. Can't quite tell. Let's see. Looking at this little bitty candle right there to see whether it was a red candle or a green candle. It is red, which means that that was a losing trade right there as well. Let me go back and check this one, because I was thinking the stop was at 135, not 165. Okay. Yep, we are good there. All right. There we have it. That is Ehlers' mother of adaptive moving averages. Let's go ahead and add these up and see what we can get out of them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So we have 13 signals altogether, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 winning signals. So unfortunately, that barely misses the 60% criteria that we are looking for. It's a shame. I thought it would do a little bit better than that. It was looking really good on screen whenever I first pulled it up, played around with it a little bit before I started testing, but it only barely misses the mark. And so now to stay true to our testing, it's going to have to go on the no list, but it definitely seems like it has its abilities. Seems like, it could be. So the creator of the indicator explained it in a way that you're using it to just determine your overall trend direction. And so if you look at it that way, that might, change things a little bit more. At the very least, this would be something like a confirmation indicator instead of an entry indicator. And so, it's not that it would necessarily be the main component of a trading system, anyways, but it does seem to be a little jerky, a little spazzy, and doesn't quite catch things at the appropriate time. The timing seems to be a little off on it. So all in all, not a horrible indicator. Definitely something that you viewers out there could play around with, throw on your screen, tweak it a little bit, and see if maybe you can come up with something a little bit better out of it. But there's no guarantees, and so yeah, at this point, like I said, it's going to go on the no list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.